Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Spectral AI. This was a stock analysis request from one of the followers and I wanted to let you know that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. And here in the case of this chart, we are overall tracking on the long time frame, a pretty serious downtrend, but it doesn't prevent us from tracking a possible uptrend that could develop, that could turn out to be, who knows, even stronger and take us to new all-time highs. And within this idea, I am tracking here a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and I would be looking here for an additional 1-2 setup. But yeah, before we get to that issue, let's add some labels, and I would like to say that yeah, I consider this an impulse to the upside. I can safely say that this is a 5-wave move within a diagonal structure, but still a 5-wave move looks very fine for that idea. And yeah, then we had here the wave 2, and from this wave 2 bottom we can track the upside in the idea that this is a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a third wave up, a fourth wave down, and now we would like a fifth wave to the upside. And we unfortunately have an issue here because in this wave 4 we actually broke the ideal support zone for tracking an impulse, at least, and that would be down to the 50% retracement here for a wave 4, so from the $2.5 level down to the $1.9 level. And it wasn't even an insignificant break, it actually lasted a few days. So yeah, I don't think I will consider this and be looking in continuation for an impulse here in the fifth wave to the upside. So I will allow it, and I will track the idea that it could develop within a diagonal structure, and that is technically fine. We did, after all, develop this wave 1 within a diagonal structure, and there's no problem with that. But it just means, not that it is a surprise, that this is not developing directly into the third wave to the upside. Now, I'm not saying it couldn't turn into 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 movement, but we should be a bit more prepared that if we break below the 61.8% retracement, we could be dealing with something overall more bearish instead. And for now, that is not necessarily directly an issue. We are still within support and we did reverse to the upside, and hopefully we have even started here the fifth wave. But looking at the smaller time frame, here I would like to see an ABC structure within the wave 4. I can't really count here an ABC structure because in the wave C I do not have a 5-wave move complete to label it as a wave C. So the best I can do for the idea of a completion here in the wave 4 would be a WXY structure instead. Now the thing is, we do not know that this is the bottom, the local bottom, and it could still extend, where it could even do that within a wave C or within a third wave, because realistically we reached here the 138.2% extension, which is the ideal target for a wave 3. So yeah, this could still develop to the downside directly as a wave 3, and for that it would need to hold resistance, or the resistance to hold at the 61.8% retracement. We got quite close to it but got rejected, unfortunately, and yeah, break above that would invalidate the idea of this movement developing directly lower. But another issue really is that this could be an overall wave 1 that would be developing, where here is a 1-2 setup, we have a third wave down, a fourth wave up, and then we would be looking for a fifth wave to the downside. And in this case, the resistance would allow the price to go as far as the $2.37 level at the 61.8% retracement for this wave 3 and this wave 4 retracement. And then if we build a fifth wave to the downside within this area, so as long as we don't break above the 61.8% retracement here, and let's use the yellow interpretation to make it more clear, but as long as we don't break above this, we create another low, we could be looking at a 5-wave move down, and let's remove some drawings here, it is a bit unclear, but this, something like this, could create a 5-wave move down. That could be a wave 1. We could create a wave 2 and then be looking for the third wave overall to the downside that, yeah, could even invalidate the whole structure by basically breaking and creating a new all-time low. Now, as I was saying, there is the backup of a 1-2 setup that could form here, but I would not rely on that to work out, and I would really in fact like to generate the additional 5th wave in this area, creating an additional wave 1. Now, with that said, that also brings out the risk that this could be complete in a different way, where we would have an ABC structure that completed, and that would be equally risky in many ways as creating here a 5-wave move to the downside. Well, not equally risky, this is actually much worse if we form here another low in terms of the risk that could appear on the chart. But yeah, it could be an overall ABC structure that developed, and there is again a risk, since the uptrend, or sorry, the large trend is bearish, there is a risk that we see continuation to the downside. And there really isn't much else to add now. I suppose we could look a little bit on the very small time frame, and unfortunately the structure is very choppy. I could even label this as an ABC movement, and then we would be looking in fact for direct continuation to the downside, and that is probably what the price structure is suggesting. It is a pretty small time frame, so I wouldn't necessarily worry too much or look too much into it, but yeah, it clearly is not a 3-wave move that developed, or sorry, a 5-wave move that developed here, and it is clearly, in the best case scenario, an ABC within a wave 1, where yeah, we could still be looking for continuation higher, or who knows, maybe an A wave. But for now, these are the levels, this is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.